All right, at this point, you should have something that looks like this. Most of the smock. You got your ties sewn into your darts. You got your pocket. Now we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna take this part of the smock and we're gonna attach it to the back panels. So I've got my two back panels right here. And I'm gonna put them on right side facing. And this right here is the shoulder seam. So I'm gonna take those and I'm gonna match up my notches. Pin those in place. And I'm gonna go sew that up. All right, here we go. I'm gonna give this, so I'm gonna show you guys how to do a flat fell seam. I'm gonna give this 5/8 seam allowance. And because it's such a short seam and it's a straight seam, I'm not gonna bother to baste. I'm just gonna go for it. Alrighty, there we go. Now, in order to do a flat fell seam, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to take this seam, I'm gonna open it up, and I'm gonna trim one side of the seam allowance to 1/4 inch. So whenever you have a seam, you always want to press it open because it sets the fabric, makes your seams nicer, and it just makes all your sewing come out better. So we're gonna open it up and press it like that, but then we're gonna take this one and we're gonna press it back over this way, and then we're gonna fold that seam allowance over this way, back towards me, and we're gonna press that down. Oh, there's our notch, so we gotta do it with both parts. Come on, little seam allowance, fold over. A flat fell seam is often used on the shoulders, and most often it's actually used on tailored men's shirts. And it's a wonderful way to get all of your edges in there. So now I've got it all folded back over, and as you can see, there's no raw edges sticking out. I'm just gonna take a couple pins. It's such a short little piece of fabric, it really wants to be pinned. We're just gonna top stitch right along that edge. Here we go. We'll drop down that presser foot, pull out our first pin, and off we go. Look at that. So tidy, don't you think? Okay, do your other shoulder. You've got your two panels that are sewn on. We just want to do a really tight 1/4 inch rolled hem on both halves of the back of the smock because we're not going to put any seam binding on there. Hi. Okay, so there's lots of different ways you can finish the inside side seams of your smock. But I think we're gonna go for the simplest, which is we're just gonna zigzag this over the edges of the fabric so that it doesn't fray. You can also instead sew it up first and then use pinking shears to trim the seam just before you press it. All right, now on the back of the smock, you've got your two panels that are sewn on. We just wanna do a really tight 1/4 inch rolled hem on both halves of the back of the smock because we're not gonna put any seam binding on there. See? Roll it, press it, and it's so short, I'm not even gonna pin it. Hi. Okay, so there's lots of different ways you can finish the inside side seams of your smock. But I think we're gonna go for the simplest, which is we're just gonna zigzag this over the edges of the fabric so that it doesn't fray. You can also instead sew it up first and then use pinking shears to trim the seam just before you press it. That works great too. Okay, now we're gonna pin together the sides and we're gonna sew down the sides. Alrighty, so this is it. You should have a smock. Oh, I already have a smock. Okay, so basically, next time I'm going to show you how to do seam binding with a seam binding foot, and also seam binding the Amy Carroll Angry Chicken tutorial way, and then you'll have a handy smock suitable for day of